Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video. As I told you guys, I'm going to start vlogging again for you guys. A lot of you I know enjoyed that. With that said, at the end of the video, I'm always going to drop some value on it. So I think you guys will really enjoy today's video. I'm in the later part of the video, I'm going to be talking about how to adapt to the phone flipping market in 2019. So I don't know what I titled the video yet, but I'm going to be talking about like how how to become successful in the phone flipping industry in 2019, because if I made this video just a year ago for 2018, I can promise you it was much different then. But kind of getting into the day, it's about 10 o'clock right now. I ended up sleeping in a little bit today, but I've been up for about an hour or two. And yesterday ended up picking up an iPhone 8 Plus 64 gigabyte rose gold. This one I ended up buying for 200 bucks. It's Sprint, not paid off, and then ended up getting the invoice sent and received to a private buyer today. I ended up selling it for 370 bucks. I think after fees and after PayPal fees and everything like that, I made 150 bucks. So I'm pretty stoked about that. That was a pretty early sale for the day. And obviously today I'm going to be looking for probably 2 to 3 more pickups. Right now I'm doing a little bit slower, to be honest, just because I'm working on a couple other businesses. I used to do about, I'd say, 3 to 5 phones a day. Right now I'm getting about 1 to 2. But that literally is just keeping my income up a little bit. And obviously I do have other income sources. So if you calculate that, I know some of you might be like, that's nothing, Kish. Well, yeah, it is, but I had to take a little bit of a slow roll on the phone flipping, like actually just buying and selling phones, just so I could pursue a couple other business models to put my time in there. But I have outsourced a lot, like 90% of the work that I do for going ahead and buying these phones. So I really don't put any work into it. So that's pretty cool. And then I can focus my time on other things. But for the rest of the day, I'm just going to show you guys, take you guys along what I do. So with that said, I'll catch you guys in a little bit.
Hello, what can I get for you?
Can I get a large mocha frappe and a large caramel frappe, please?
Okay.
And a sausage burrito as well. And
Hot or mild sauce?
None of it is fine. And that should be it.
$9.37 first window.
Thank you. Always got to get the coupons. Alright guys, so I just want to show you something, because you guys know I do a lot of Facebook ads and stuff like that recently to be able to generate leads for phone flipping, and I know a bunch of you have hopped in the course, and a lot of you have already come to me showing you guys have some great success with it. So congrats to those of you that have actually signed up and had some good results. If you haven't, I'm going to show you guys here in a sec. Like, not every ad works, but the cool thing is when you're doing this, and the way I teach it is, I can almost guarantee you're going to get leads. Those 50, 40, 60 cent leads, those might not come all the time. That is really when you find a winner. But I wanted to walk you guys over to my computer real quick and kind of show you like I might not be getting those numbers, but like it still makes an impact in my phone flipping business. So let me go over here and I'll show you guys real quick. So I told you guys, like, I test a lot. I usually do different campaigns. This is just the ad set in one campaign, just because I like to keep everything separate. But in this one, like I told you, like I used to get, well, on creative ones, I'll get anywhere from like 50 cent leads, 40 and 50 cent leads. But you guys can see here, I spent $41 and I got 33 messages. So obviously per message I'm spending basically $1 per message that I get. And so a lot of you might be like, that's pretty bad, it's not that good. But you have to think, like, I spent $40 to get 33 people that were in a sense targeted and had a phone that they were willing to sell, mostly at a reduced price. So I mean, you have to think about it, like, that isn't 40-cent conversions, 50-cent conversions. But if I spent $41, I got 33 messages. Let's say I close 10% of that, which should be minimum. That's 3 phones. I mean, I make usually a little bit over $100 on a phone. Like, that's almost $300 profit plus. It should be probably more around $400 for me. Well, $400 profit, and I spent $40. Like put that in perspective. Like, that's incredible. Like, that's not necessarily quote unquote cheap. like compared to what you guys have seen. I know some other guys in this industry promote like 40-cent leads and stuff like that, but a lot of you are so concerned about getting those 40-cent leads like that. Like put it in perspective. Like I spent $400 profit I got off $41. Think of the conversion value on that. Like that's like even in like when you're doing regular Facebook ads, that is hard to get conversion value. So let me kind of talk about it here on another time. So I just want to show you guys again, like that's incredible. So if you guys aren't using Facebook ads, maybe you're not getting 40-cent leads, maybe you're not getting 80-cent leads, but I spent $40 to make $400 profit. So off of those 3 or 4 phones that I bought, which had a 10% low conversion value, I'm still making like $300 plus, and that was all automated, and they're already hot leads, and I really didn't spend much time on it. So you have to think about think about how value added that component can be to your phone flipping business. So I just want to throw that in this video because it's something I've been noticing a lot. Like people are getting discouraged not getting those low numbers, but put it in perspective. See that, like I can guarantee if you're not getting 40-cent leads, if you're getting $1 leads like that one, that's not a winning ad by any means. But if I ran that ad, I spent $40 at $5 a day. I forgot to mention that was ad. Like just think about the impact that has on your phone flipping game. So if you guys were interested, obviously I have the phone flipping Facebook ads course called Facebook Ad Gurus Phone Flipping Edition. It's gonna be the first link down below. Definitely hop in it. There's a lot of success. Like I'll put up a comment here of somebody that is already having success with it. Literally within the first 24 hours, he commented in the Facebook group. So if you guys want to join, it's $147 and you get unlimited access. And I'm continuously updating it every month as Facebook changes itself. So with that said, I'll catch you in a little bit. Look what came in the mail, guys. This is going to make these videos so much better. It's like one of those ring lights where you can put the camera right in here. So now you're going to see all my imperfections on camera. But this cost me like 50 bucks. I bought off Amazon, got in 2 days with Prime. But I'll let you guys know like how this ends up turning out. Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back. So you guys can tell in the last clip I think I showed, it was unboxing this new lighting system. It's like one of those ring lights. So I hope you guys enjoy the new video. This is how they're basically gonna look every time. Like it's incredible. I'm looking at it right now on my screen and the quality is just exponentially better. Lighting is, I didn't really think it was ever a thing when people said lighting made a difference, but you guys know I want to produce the best content for you guys, so obviously I ended up picking up this ring light. So getting it right into it, obviously I told you in the beginning of the video, today I'm going to be talking about how to flip phones in 2019. So I think I'm going to be the first one to actually release this video, and I think it's super important because every year business changes, whether it's in phone flipping, real estate, social media marketing, literally every single business model. You need to adapt to changing market environments, changing economic environments. Literally, you just have to adapt with the things around you. And with that said, phone flipping's been around for a while, and there's some old guys that do this and have been around since like iPhone 3s. To be honest, I've seen some ignorance on that side simply because they think everything's just the same. They should do free ads. They should just have low prices and stuff like that. But to be honest, from you guys know, like I do this as my full-time job. I want to be totally transparent with you, and if I filmed this video 1 year ago today, it wouldn't be the same. I literally couldn't give you the same points that I'm going to be giving you here in just a sec. So I just want to make it known that phone flipping is changing. Like this isn't even apply to 2019. If you apply these principles right now, you should be, and if you haven't already, definitely implement them into your phone flipping business model. But getting right into it, I have a computer here with a couple notes. I'm going to be going over 4 things that you guys need to be doing in order to be successful in phone flipping in 2019. And don't get me wrong, maybe some of you guys don't use these and still become successful. Totally understandable. It's going to happen. But from my perspective, if you want to have the best chance of succeeding at this and making as much profit as you possibly can, definitely follow these first steps. So the first one is you need to use paid advertising. And when I say that, it just means, I don't say on one platform. It needs to be at least one of those one platform, whether it's Facebook, Craigslist, OfferUp, you need to be using paid advertising. And all these points, one thing I should mention is the reason I say these is because competition has increased. Last time, sorry, I mean, there was about probably in my local area, and I'd say Phoenix I am in right now, there's probably like 4 or 5 significant people that are really noticed on the OfferUp app, and just doing it, obviously I told you I do this every day, noticing it on OfferUp now, I'd probably see 30 to 40% of phones actually listed on any of these platforms, or just ads in general. Like there's so many phone flippers out there anymore, and obviously it's continuously growing. If there's competition, there's money to be made. So I always tell you guys, like, don't be worried about competition. But to really separate yourself in 2019 with phone flipping, you need to be using paid advertising. I say that for 2 reasons. One, because a lot of people aren't doing it yet, so you're going to be reaching an audience that is basically untapped. And 2, you're not going to have to go through the hassle of getting all these ads taken down, having them flagged by competitors. You really just have to go through the first, in a sense, kind of gauntlet of getting it approved by whatever platform it is, whether it's OfferUp, Craigslist, or in my personal preference, Facebook advertising. Once that ad is actually up, gets approved the one time, it's never going to be taken down again. So that's a really cool feature, like that I'm surprised it hasn't been tapped into earlier. But it's cool because I think I am one of the first people to actually promote that to you guys. I'm starting to see other phone flippers that do these YouTube channels starting to promote that as well. So it's pretty cool to see just kind of how I'm shifting the market in that way. But I'm not doing it just as like a way to sell a course or anything like that, because I want you guys to succeed. Like the amount of videos I've given free on this YouTube channel, every single one of them, I want to provide you guys value. But I mean, a lot of people, I get that all the time, why people ask me why I do courses, but it's really just to help accelerate any process that you guys might want to make more money quicker in. But that's getting a little bit off topic. The second point I wanted to talk to you guys about is you need to have competitive prices. Back a year ago, a lot of the times I'd make pretty lowball offers, and that's something I made a pretty big video on it. I got a lot of traction on it, and I mean, I got a lot of hate for it, and I definitely see why people had that perspective in the past. But I've evolved. I've kind of on the perspective of those people that didn't really like that in the past. Because to be honest, I always say this, it goes back to there's competition, so you need to have competitive prices. I wouldn't recommend super lowballing even as aggressively as I had in my old videos. You need to be having higher profits, but I know a lot of you are going to say, Kish, I'm not going to make as much profit. Well, that happens. All you got to do is just do more volume of that. Give higher prices, because I can guarantee you're not just going to give higher prices and lose profit. When you give higher prices, people recognize that, and those are going to be the people that are repeat customers coming back to you. So a lot of the time, maybe sometimes you get a really cheap phone and somebody kind of got discouraged by it, they're probably not going to sell you again. But once if you end up leaving that meetup with a pretty high price, they were more than happy to sell you at that price. They're going to go tell their friends, they're going to go tell their family, and they're going to tell themselves, hey, I should go ahead and sell to this guy again. And in a sense, that's probably going to get you more business off those several phones over a length of period of time, rather than that one phone you might have made a little bit extra profit on. So it's definitely something to think about when going out and putting your ads in the market. The third point that I have for you guys is you need to be selling on a variety of platforms. And this is one mistake that I made in the beginning. I used to always just sell on eBay. You guys know I got banned on eBay a couple months ago, but to be honest, I've done more business than I ever had just being on eBay and not even using eBay now. So definitely take that for what you think it is, but definitely you need to be hitting a variety of platforms. So I'd recommend hitting Mercari, hitting private buyers. You need to be selling locally. And you need to be, I mean, just using any other platform that is new. As you guys know, I was one of the first people to really promote Mercari with phone flipping. And I say that because I want you guys to be able to use these platforms as best as possible, because of, like, for me in my case, I got banned on eBay. I was kind of at this point where I kind of just dropped off for a couple weeks and I didn't really know what to do. I didn't have a backup, and that comes similar to any type of like industry you get in. People always say have multiple streams of income in case one goes to crap. Then you could just drop that one off the list and you have a couple other. And that's one thing I've been really working on in my phone flipping business model lately, is really just expanding my platform. I don't have one private buyer anymore, and I still use all of them. They just have their specific better prices on certain things, so I'll use them to my advantage, because obviously the more private buyers you have, the more breadth of phones that you could potentially sell. And some people give higher prices on this phone, and some people give higher prices on this phone. It really all depends. So I have multiple private buyers. I use Mercari. I sell locally, and like with that said, like, there's probably going to be new platforms coming out soon. I'll 100% hit those as well. You just want to be hitting as many platforms as you can. It kind of gets dicey when you try to list a phone to sell on multiple platforms, because if one gets sold and the other gets sold within a short amount of time, you're kind of committed to both. But on the buying aspect, you definitely want to be hitting as many platforms as you can. But even on the selling side, if you can and have the ability, like, a lot of times I'll list my phone on an online platform or on like Mercari or something like that. With private buyers, I just sell to them. But every time I list something on Mercari, I always put it locally. I might list it a little bit high, but sometimes you get a little bit of traction on a phone, and you can make more money that way, simply because you don't have to take fees on it. And the last point I want to mention to you guys, and this is something I talk about so much, and even though I talk about it literally in almost every single video, I still don't see enough of it, and I'm not going to stop talking about it. You need to be building a brand around your phone flipping business, because there's so much competition out there right now that you're just going to be another guy bidding lowball on phones. If you really gotta, like, even if you're not giving the best prices, if you have a brand around it, people are still going to come to you and go over somebody that they have no idea about. The power of a brand will really skyrocket your phone flipping business, and it's not something you're going to see if you're doing this for 2-3 weeks or even 2-3 months. It's going to take a couple months to get there, and for me to be able to see it in terms of like my own personal business for my phone flipping day-to-day activities, it took me like probably 3, 4, 5 months to really see any traction of repeat customers coming back, people being willing to sell to me multiple times, friends coming to me, family coming to me. Like, I've literally started to see everything in my business now. I'm getting to the point where now it's the easy part. People come to me, I don't have to put out as many ads, even though I still do probably more aggressively than I ever have before. But that's just to give you guys content and to show you guys that certain platforms and certain things that I do will work for you. A lot of the things I do, I just try to see if I can teach you guys it as well. Because if it doesn't work for me, I'm not going to show you guys. But if it does work for me, specifically with Facebook ads, I would have never have done that, honestly, if I didn't have a YouTube channel or anything like that. But the fact that I have people that kind of rely on some of the advice that I give and are always looking for some value to be dropped on this channel, I went ahead and did it. And I mean, it was probably the best decision I ever made, because it's taken my phone flipping business to definitely like much higher heights than I would have ever had if I didn't have this channel. So again, if you guys are going to be doing this for like 1 month maybe, I wouldn't recommend, like, none of these tips probably apply to you. But if you are serious about making a serious income out of this, and it doesn't need to be full-time, even you can make serious income out of this just part-time, definitely implement those strategies in your phone flipping business. And so I hope you guys found some value in today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed the camera quality increase. I'm going to be doing this on every single video. So if you did like it, definitely give it a thumbs up. If you guys aren't subbed to the channel yet, you guys know what to do. Hit that little subscription button down below. I'd really appreciate the support, guys. And if you made it this far in the video, you guys mean the world to me, and I'll catch you tomorrow in the next one.